Content creators are slacking lately. All I got to pick it up. I figured I might as well do another video today. I already put this deck on Discord. I already had it laid out, and I was talking kind of what it does, and I was like, why don't I just do a video on it? I'm already talking about it in Discord. So, figured, why not? I'm going to make a video kind of like there's a lot of builds for Patriarchs. This is like a Prophet Patriarch build for Chariot of Fire. I took my old deck from regionals and just revamped it. I wanted to make a deck with Jacob and Judah with the Sons of Jacob and play right on Judah, or like Father Abraham, and it's pretty much like Jacob, Judah, Father Abraham, and then play right on and do a big band and just band in all my Sons of Jacob. You don't necessarily need that. Like, you can just negate what they play and band in all your Sons of Jacob. But I haven't finished that deck yet. It's a little bit more difficult of a build to find the balance of who you want. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my old regionals deck, update it with Murder's Command, Warrior Overtaken, take Jeremy's defense, and just spruce it up a little bit to my liking. So yeah, very much a numerous. Try to get to numerous quickly, and whether it's turn 1 or turn 2, really it shouldn't be after that. And a lot of star cards. I think every hero is a star hero, and every enhancement minus forgiveness is a star card. We also have delivered, stricken, and scattered sheep. So very high ratio of star cards. And forgiveness of Joseph turn 1 with Jacob is really good. Like, I'm a 10-11 that negates an evil card, and then you have to underdeck an evil card from hand, CBN. So very, very good. I like the storehouse over the old one. I think protecting your discard pile is only going to get better. I like the protecting discard pile. So if Sabbath Breaker, that new Sabbath Breaker, if they have to banish something from their own, at least make them banish their own stuff instead of yours. Not that it's a huge advantage, but I think people are playing less ratios, that the swap of the storehouse for adding back to your reserve is minimal compared to the protection you get from discard pile. I kind of like that. So just because that Sabbath Breaker is so popular. I said this in Discord. Abraham's Descendant, where are you? Is really, really good right now. So negate an evil enhancement or a curse. Bounce it or take it. And then I can ban to anyone I want in this offense. So I'm telling y'all, it's slowly going to get there, but Sabbath Breakers and Wilderness, Brown, like, that stuff might be too good. If you're playing current meta, like if you're playing GOC, you got to incorporate ways to get around these curses. If not, you're just going to get rolled. Like, they're going to prevent your enhancements and put you in special initiative, and the curse is going to be gone. You can't really do anything about it. So make sure you're finding ways to get around that, whether it's add to battle, target specific negates. But yeah, this is why I really like Abraham's Descendant. Not only that, but because I'm not going to bounce their curse, I'm going to take it, and now they can't use it again. You're not going to see a ton of curse defenses. I know Josh shared a deck where it's like heavy curses eliminate all their hopes and dreams. But most of the time, you're just going to see probably 2, maybe 3 curses in a deck. And I don't say that just based on my builds. I say that because you're only going to need so many. You only have room for so much. You want to use your curses as battle winners in your artifact slot. So you just manipulate your artifact slot with Wilderness. So it's really cool. That's why Abraham's Descendant is good. I then banned in Jared. Jared bans to Jeremiah, I abandon Perez, Noah. That's usually my band. Perez, Jared's gonna ban to uh, Jeremiah. I get the hand look. I toss the next. Perez is going to bounce you. Noah's going to flip Abraham's descendant back into the deck. And I have a big by the numbers ban that tosses the next and bounces a character in battle. So it's really good. Um, I think the boost that blue needs, I mean, Forgiveness of Joseph working through Goshen's really good. I like having Goshen out. It can mess with me. Like I'm going to have to play Abraham's descendant with Father Abraham in battle, converting himself. If Goshen's out. So Goshen can be sneaky. It's a higher skill cap card. It can mess with you. You can bring in new straight up blue enhancements. Like Sons of Jacob with Joseph's house and Goshen is just really good. It is. It has a lot of value there. All your enhancements work through Goshen. Some of their stuff gets tossed, like this defense right here. It would be very hard for me to play these enhancements. I would not be able to play Abandonment, period, unless I get Foreign Wives or Outsiders. Okay, so non-period, sorry. But yeah, you can play Issachar, like a bunch of ways to Issachar turn 1 to out of their hands. That is a turn 1 rescue. And then you can go Falling Away with Choose the Blocker. That's a rescue. And you still have, of course, Choose the Blocker, Angel Lord, and you have Son of God, Second Coming. So you have all the cheese in Sons of Jacob as well. So you can do that. I'll do another video there. I'm blabbering about Sons of Jacob, but that's just a different blue build. That's really good. So we have our Add to Battle. People just don't use Chariot of Fire. They like the Son of God. Boom, boom. I get it with Distressed out there. So what we did was we played Wanderer, Lost Soul, Blind, Lost Soul, Covet, Lost Soul, because my original build for regionals did not factor in getting around Distressed. I did not have a way around it, period. So my Jonah and Enosh don't do anything as soon as they draw Distressed unless I 3-woes it, and I'm just not going to do that usually. I'm usually going to go after your territory protection to get my dominance to work. So what I did is I play, probably need to take out Humble. So I play Old Testament Souls, and I negate New Testament Souls. All right, I know what to do right here. Humble's coming out, and what we're going to do, I think it's this card. Nope. What we're going to do, yeah, it's Famine. How did I not remember that? Bring in Famine. Unity, Lost Souls, Old Testament. If rescued, restrict rescuer from drawing cards by abilities they control until the end of their next turn. That is devastating. Like, that is very, very good. You're gone. The fact that you can stop them from drawing, I would love to play Thieves as what, like, instead right here, but I like this defense too much. You take some of their stuff and stop them from drawing, but don't put too much eggs in the basket on Famine because it's a Lost Soul and it's a neutral. But yeah, anyway, we're going to talk about Add to Battle. Since I lose Son of God because I have Chariot of Fire, I had to find ways around the opponent's Distressed. So Wanderer and Covet definitely work. So I should be able to take their Lost Souls, but in two different ways with Wanderer and Covet. Take them and go on with life and not worry about their Distressed. And I could have double Distress because that's in probably, I mean, is it 100% of decks? Like, I would think so. Negating New Testament Lost Souls and Covet's really good right now. Shout out to Jay Chambers. So yeah, we have Covet and Hopper, Anamelechite Slave as Soul Gen. I would like to have a hero piece as well, and maybe I bring in this card, Tested by Joseph. in my reserve for Soul Gen. I'm not sure what comes out. I would have to play a few games, but I like having Soul Gen in the reserve that I can just snag and use. Um, I love Tested by Joseph. If you control the Son of Jacob, you may draw 2 territory class. That's really good. Reveal the top 5 cards of each deck. Play a revealed Lost Soul from each deck. Um, I like it. There's other Soul Gen pieces as well. But yeah, getting the draw 2 and then the reveal top 5 is nice. Um, anyway, with Chariot of Fire, getting the add to battle is very good, especially when you are discarding an evil enhancement from opponent's deck. Like, you're adding to battle and getting that value is amazing. And then you get to shuffle their evil dominance from their hand. And if you do get one, which is easy to do, you get the CBN green. I have Storehouse in here, so I can get the enhancements. I also have Emmaus Road in main deck, to where Emmaus Road can snag Gathered Together from my reserve and battle if I need to. So, not horrible. Same with Covenant and Noah. If I have to, I don't play that as... If I don't need to play that as a Covenant, I don't, and keep it in my hand for Elisha, have a little extra firepower. So yeah, usually I'm just going to snag that 2 bears, get the add to battle, discard an evil enhancement from their deck, and play 2 bears. If it's CBN, even better. And then usually I'll try to rescue my Moses the first time, and then the second time with Second Coming, I'll try to rescue my either Jonah or Jacob. But I have enough profits. As for evil, trying to do the same thing. We took a small defense that was good enough to get second at Nats. Jeremy beat Nick and had some timeouts. I don't think they were his fault, but Jeremy, you're too nice. Sorry, man. Call me over. Call Gabe over. Put him on the clock, baby. So I took his defense that is already Nationals caliber worthy, and what I did was added the add to battles that I've been talking about for like 2 years. Dominant. We have an Egyptian in the reserve, and we have an Egyptian in main deck, and we have a Philistine in reserve, which this could be anything. I can do Philistine Garrison. I could prevent the next with Saf. I can do an equip to where I can bring in Commander Feichel and go straight to a Ishbi Benop sword or something. So there's a lot you can do with Warrior Overtaken to ensure you're pretty much going to have a battle winner. I like having Armor Bearer to equip foreign spears and negate their territory class protection. Same with 3 woes, because I want to get maximum value. Between Christian Martyr, Murderous Command, and Warrior Overtaken, I can pop 3 of their heroes and add to battle. The plan is to kill their best heroes and really limit their options. That makes Goliath that much better. And then if they have, even if it's 1 good brigade in battle, which I don't know. I'm still seeing brigades. I'm still seeing a couple brigades and good brigades in battle. I can still discard a card in my territory and discard X. So I like having the Devouring Philistines add to battle, but at the same time, I want to kind of make sure this is a block. Like, I want to do Warrior Overtaken and come into a block. So I'm not sure if he's going to make the cut, but either way, killing 3 of their heroes and having the 2 add to battles is really nice. And of course, I could add a Melechite Slave, which can turn into any human. And if I don't have a human in my deck, then I know I just go to Foreign Wives. So yeah, it does a lot. We'll do a quick 1-2. Boom, boom. I love getting Moses. Oh my goodness, this isn't even fair. Because we have Prosperity and Moses. So what I would do, I don't need to even worry about any of these stars. I only need to have Moses. And I am going to flip. You know what? We're going to go crazy. 3. Boom, boom, boom. I think I shuffled. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now our Lost Souls trigger. We're going to negate New Testament Lost Souls. We don't do Wanderer yet. We can discard a card from hand to draw 2. I think our only... I don't want to lose the Denarius. Draw 3. Yeah, but then I'll lose my Soul Gen. I don't want to do Covenant with Noah because that Covenant Noah turns into another star card. I guess I'm going to lose my Denarius. Draw 3. Because I'm getting a draw 2. So how funny would that be if it's Denarius? And then I go into Covet. So theoretically, I took your Distress turn 1 unless you drew it. And guess what? If you did draw it, then I wander it and I take it either way. Now we're in a good spot. We don't really care if Moses is down. We're going to go Moses down, Cov Noah down. We're going to go straight into a Genesis star hero. And we have numerous as the stars. And we play it on Noah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have another hero in here. I have 11 heroes. I guess I have all of them. And you're like, oh, that was just lucky. Not really. It's just the deck kind of works that way. We can shuffle up. And now we're good. We can go ahead and negate their neutrals because throw Isaac down. Theoretically, it's turn 1. We could take their Lost Soul. Remember, we have Covet over there, and theoretically they're distressed. And we have Wanderer as well, so we can take whatever else they have. It's very good in general. Like, Wanderer Covet is so good. And now we have every hero in the world. And we pretty much go Judah to Jacob. Jacob grabs Abe's descendant, goes to Father Abraham, and I have 3 patriarchs out. I have more than that, but I draw 3, flip them. If they can block the 3 hero band. Now the only thing that sucks is we are very vulnerable to a scattered sheep or an abandonment or a scattered, or now you're going to see Reap the Whirlwind. You're going to see Reap the Whirlwind and scattered in defenses, especially with those Sabbath Breakers and Brown. You're going to see it. So I am vulnerable turn 1 to that attack. So we just have to hope. Hope they don't have it, right? Hope isn't a plan. If they do anything else, we can negate an evil enhancement and take it. And then we can band. So how do we get all these guys into battle? Go 1. I like to lay them out in the order of which I'm going to operate. So first I do Jared and band to a cloud hero. Jeremiah, look at their hand. Toss the next. Bounce them. And Noah. If I look at their hand with Jeremiah and I toss the next, if it's only one evil character, then they can't do anything about special initiative. They're bounced and the enhancement is tossed. I don't need to prevent cards. I just need to simply shuffle a card. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Pow. Jonah down. I don't have hero protection. And Noah's Ark of Salvation needs to be in the reserve because I can snag it with Emmaus Road. I know it needs to be there. I just haven't put it in yet. That's all. Just a testing out, testing the waters, whatever. And we still have plenty of blocks here. I'd go straight into a Goliath. And don't worry about the wording. Assume that works how it should, how we all know it to work, that they cannot present mine. And if they could get around a Goliath turn 1, which is hard to do, but it's not crazy right now with all the drawing and searching, I could still, assuming they have another hero down. Worst case scenario, I'd have to discard one of my own, which would be probably Isaac. But I could always discard and add a Amalekite Slave. Amalekite Slave goes over there, and I bring in probably a Herdsman, depending on what they did. Yeah. So that's assuming they can do all, like, just all depends on how they attacked. Whether it was Matthew, they drew into a hero, and they could get around Goliath, and then I added the battle, I get the Soul Gen, and then it all depends on what they have. I still have Go Away, so they have to have a lot to get around that turn 1 add to battle. They have to have a hero for Goliath, then they have to come in and use an enhancement, and then they have to get around another hero that could potentially draw, and they need another enhancement all turn 1. So Hopper. So we have Soul Gen going crazy right now. Discard the top card of their deck. And upkeep triggers, none. Assume that Wanderer can be flipped. We can take a Genesis Human from deck. We know we already have all of them, so we don't need to do anything there. If we want to get Book of the Law right here, we can. There's no need for Denarius, so if that's the case, I would look at my reserve and see if there's any good star card that I want. There's not. So I go, this is where I would go Emmaus Road into Ark of Salvation. Oh well. I like having First Sacrifice, but I think the better play here, since I already played my territory class, is to grab Abe's Descendant. And here we go. I didn't bounce Abraham, so I don't get to draw 3, which I'm going to be honest, that sucks to not draw 3 because I have 4 cards in hand. I have to be able to replenish. Probably should have gone to Book of the Law with Delivered. Like, I didn't need to do Abe's Descendant. If I went Book of the Law, I bounce Abraham and I get to draw 3 because Jacob still grabs Abe's Descendant. I was trying to be cheeky and grab this card as well. And then Judah can ban to a Patriarch. Really no need. I can negate an evil card in player set aside area, which is awesome. I can ban to a big dude. Yeah, I had You Will Remain in my first deck, and I'm wondering if Book of the Covenant needs to come in. I think it does, and You Will Remain comes into reserve with like another negate like Covenant with Adam. Decrease 03, that's nice. So it probably needs to come in. I have 2 negates now. So once again, depending on what they play, I can do the same band where I can band in Jared, Jeremiah, Perez, or I can negate an evil card. They have to underdeck an evil card from hand, CBN. Remember, I have my add to battle, so if they do anything, scattered me, whatever, then I can add to battle. And I would rescue my Prophet. Like, assuming they get around all that. Like, let's say they block with a protected evil character. I negated them. They had to underdeck an evil card from hand, and then they played scattered. Let's just throw them back in. Rescue my Moses and bring in my Elisha. Discard an evil enhancement from their deck. The only thing that sucks is that's all I got, is it delivered. Which, hey, I get my Book of the Law back, right? How nice would that be if Book of the Law said just bounce a human? So yeah, I don't know if I would be able to win anything there, but you never know. I'm just making up scenarios. I discarded my Elijah because I'm gonna second coming, Chariot of Fire, go right back. I will say what's nice is I have two ways to my reserve with evil. So whether it's Herdsman or Super Silly, I would hope Super Silly into an unsuccessful. That's a lot of S's there. Would be a block because I don't have much. Show my 2 stars. What would I take? Oh, no. You're going to the bottom. Upkeep nothing. Let's go ahead and bounce Abraham this time. I think we just go straight in with Abraham. And we have only one Patriarch, so we're going to use his star ability. Play Isaac as Meek. And then we'll get the draw 2. I don't know if that shuffled. I thought Judah was on top. Oh well. And now we do have initiative with the 1-1. Oh, was nice. And we do the band, 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 band. So that's what we would do. Jacob gets out a Genesis. We flip. We do all the craziness. Judah can negate. We shuffle Abe's Descendant back in. Bounce, toss the next, look at their hand. We could prevent cards if we want. So we're good there. Don't need to keep playing it. I can flip it again and see how consistent this deck is. Because after that, we go into we're really reliant on our reserve here with like commanders to Goliath with the 3 woes and a stricken. That's solid. So I'll do a reset. And I told you, does it every time, man. It's crazy. So from a star perspective, we can do 2 and look. Oh, that's a tough prosperity. It always is. I mean, every card in your deck is good when when you're playing at a competitive level. It's 50 cards. Everything's good. I get rid of first sacrifice. I don't want to. Hopper will go over there. So, alrighty. Hopefully it's my turn first, right? Worst case is I Christian Martyr their hopefully lone hero. Because I'm going to need to generate some resources. Yeah, I'm very excited to see decks this year because, like, in my opinion, this deck is very good. This deck, what I forgot. I think Jeremy was playing his Nationals deck, or no? Did I play Sam against his Nationals deck and Jeremy against another solid deck? But I mean, it's this deck won at regionals against Hendricks, Sam, and Jeremy. All 3 good decks, 3 good players, and then I just think it's really solid and it's a great meta call. So it's exciting to see different. I love GOC, but it is nice to see non-GOC decks being competitive in my mind. So, yay, we got a hero to play. Do we want numerous here? Because we're only going to get numerous for 3. Do we want numerous? We always want numerous, and it's 1, 2, 3. Not as much as we like, but we still go 1. We have Jared, so we're going to want Jeremiah, and then Noah. We played our TCE. Um, Jacob goes to Abe's Descendant. When I make decks, I like to give them options, but I like to do a couple things very well and consistently. So for this deck, I want to get Jacob. I want to go to either Forgiveness of Joseph and or Abe's Descendant. Um, and I want a numerous as the stars early, and I want all my heroes out. So the only thing we should do is put Noah's Ark in. I do think we take out Devouring and we find a better card. I mean, it's devastating if they have 3 or 4 brigades in battle and you just add to battle a Devouring, but I want to be able to kill the hero in their territory and win the battle, especially win the battle if I kill your heroes. Like, that's even better. Now we banned Genesis heroes. Boom, boom, boom. Now what's nice is Jared comes in first, so we always get the hand look. Look at their hand. Do you need to prevent cards or not? If we don't need to flip Noah, we don't want to. So if I think that the toss the next is good because I just negated and took their enhancement, assuming they don't have anything else, then I wouldn't flip Noah. So now it is our turn. We do have a Nero, a Christian Martyr, a Woes, and a Stricken. Like, that's a really good block. Even if they're banding, it's hard to get 3 heroes turn 1, unless you're using this deck. But just having the Stricken off of Nero, that's solid. Same with the Christian Martyr. We can say we used all that. It's okay. Top deck a blue card from reserve. We don't need to do that. Nothing here from a upkeep perspective, and there's no point in having my Nero down if I don't need to. And I haven't played a TCE yet. This is where I would go to the Noah's Ark that I just added. So look, there we go. Edit Noah's Ark. There. Ta-da. Oops. There. No, it didn't show up. That's Noah's Ark. I'm now protected. The only thing, you just want to make sure that you are going to be able to get around their protection, because I want to see protect heroes and territory from harm, not opponent. So if I am protecting my heroes from harm, I can't use Murderous Command or Warrior Overtaken on my own. And that's okay. You still get the add to battle, but you do want to have the kill. So I guess that's fine. Just know the interactions. Go back to Jacob. Yeah, we're going to want Book of the Covenant in here with You Will Remain. Maybe I bring in Offering Your Son back into the deck and take out Forgiveness of Joseph, put that in reserve. That'll increase my star count by 1. That'll give me a chance to get to Book of the Covenant, and that will have a way to You Will Remain, because that's just another add to battle, and it stops the unsuccessful that you're going to continue seeing. So, I mean, they know it's coming, whether they can stop it or not. I get the negate, the take, rinse and repeat, right? If we needed to, we can take a blue enhancement from reserve. I don't even think I have any here. Yeah, I never wanted to convert him because I always wanted to ban to a cloud hero. Always have Jared first because he needs to bring in Jeremiah, and then you need to activate Perez because you need this toss first before you put him in special initiative. Noah, we have the hand look based on Jeremiah. Boom, boom. Even if we need to flip Noah, it's not a big deal. And then I feel really good about blocking. I don't think I need to put down anyone. Um, we don't have an add to battle though, so I'd probably, if needed to, if they had the territory class protection, I would go ahead and equip foreign spears from reserve, um, and discard foreign spears to discard their Herod's Temple or Noah's Ark or whatever, and then um, bring in commanders to herdsmen based on whatever they did. At least it gives me the one hero against two evil characters with a potential to go to reserve or draw with the three woes. I like playing three woes as evil in this build. Um, I like playing three woes as evil in this build because I want to get rid of those territory class protections that are usually good. Discard the top, reveal hand. If there's no hero, take one from deck. We're probably going to take Abraham here. Ooh, I like having Enosh. The whole Jonah to stop them from searching early on is really good because that's another way to get around territory class protection. You search, I get rid of it. So that's nice. And let's see, Book of the Law. We could bounce. Oh, we'd have to three woes first. Three woes. Pick a target, any target. Bounce our herdsman. And then go into delivered. Now it's nice because I do have two Egyptians in this deck. I could bring in an artifact from reserve if I felt so compelled. Denarius in my hand? Oh. Did I discard that at the very beginning? With prosperity? I did. Okay. So we now take a Genesis hero. No harm, no foul. We put down Enosh, and we attack with Jacob. Same thing. Thieves can hurt this build, so you got to watch out for that because you want to play the first. That's why I have Forgiveness of Joseph, because they're going to try to prevent that first and take it. Thieves are very popular. I like playing them with this build as well. So if you see Thieves, don't go to Abraham's Descendant. Go to Forgiveness of Joseph and get the negate on Plunderers, and then underdeck an evil card from their hand, or they have to. So same thing. Abe's Descendant. Abe, you got to love banding in Abe with Descendant. Boom, boom, boom. Jared, band. Descendant. Bring out Isaac. Get the draw 3. Noah's going to bring that back in. We're going to bounce. So all that's the same. Rinse and repeat. Good to go. It not only does this have Soul Gen, but you're not playing Son of God, Second Coming on their Lost Souls. So you have Soul Gen plus you're keeping their souls out, and you're using Covet and Wanderer to take their best ones. So a lot of value in this build. Really all over the place. It's really good. So especially with if they rescue that Famine Lost Soul, that is nice. Them not being able to draw is always good, especially with a little Forgiveness of Joseph and a First Sacrifice. I love Famine Lost Soul with Out of Their Hands, First Sacrifice, and Forgiveness of Joseph. It's almost as if I designed that stuff. If they, for some reason, you give them Famine for turn 1, and maybe I should have Wanderer in this build, and Hunter, and Hunter Lost Soul goes to Famine to almost give them Famine turn 1 and make them to where they can't draw. That is that's brutal. So, and you're just like, oh, here you go, have a lost soul. You can't draw, um, and whatever you played turn one, that's it. That is a massive advantage, especially with if I have Vain Philosophy out of their hands, Forgiveness of Joseph, First Sacrifice. You'll see that deck come out. I'll put it on the video soon. So yeah, I don't need to keep going over it. Same thing. I love this build. It's a lot of fun and it's different. Especially with these new dominants, it does give this defense a huge boost. It takes away heroes. It takes away their resources. It makes Goliath better. And then you have add to battle times 2 on both offense and defense. Very good. You should be winning a high percentage of your battles. The only thing is, don't get too stuck on the battles on your defense. You're trying to make them waste stuff real quick and then hit an add to battle and make them waste. You're not trying to just sit there and play all day. Go quick. They rescue, block, they kill you, play the dominant, kill them, add to battle, they play something else, you die. Unless you have a negate, that's pretty much it. You're trying to go quick. Don't make that battle too long, especially if they're playing like mass banding. Like, that's also something that you don't want to let them do. So I think that's it. We're good. Trying to keep this at 40 minutes, slightly over. That's because I went through twice and I ramble on. So hope you enjoyed. I wanted to break this down, especially because I just put out the list. And I've talked about this list before. So hope you all enjoyed. Have a good rest of the day. Thanks for watching.